What is up, you guys? So, just gonna be honest, I've had like 3 beers. Might do a review later. Not tonight. Tonight, we're gonna be talking about Castor Maritime, CTRM. Trying to be a little quiet because my toddler is trying to go to sleep. But I was doing another video about the dry bulk shipping industry, and I stumbled across the fact that Castor Maritime actually announced earnings today, and I didn't notice. I have been investing in Castor Maritime for months. And one thing that really frustrates me is you never know when their earnings are coming out. I once waited for over a month for their earnings to come out, and then they came out a week prior. I am so confused by the earnings schedule. So let's get into it. I'm actually really excited. I don't want to start on a downer. I'm really excited to be doing this video about Castor Maritime because it is a one-man operation from somebody that has an established foothold in the shipping industry. So let's dive into it. We're just going to go to Castor Maritime's website. Let's look at their quarterly results, and we'll go from there. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned already, I'm on vacation. I forgot my mini scissors, and I certainly didn't bring my buzzer. So I might go get a hair appointment to get rid of these. These are horrible. And it's my first time being out in public in a year and a half. So I certainly feel silly being in a new town on vacation looking like Jim Carrey from that one movie. Anyways, let's get into Castor Maritime. All right. Now that we're on track and we're at Castor Maritime's website, anyone can do this. All I did is I went over to the little bars over there, and I went to investor relations. Let's just. Oh my, we're gonna start all over. Now I've got a video little segment up there that sometimes gets in the way when I try to click on things like that. I think it was in press releases. Yep. So it was in press releases, and this is their Q1 profits for 2021. So yeah, let's check it out. Oh man, I don't think I need to. Okay, let's just download it. Why not? We'll do it twice. I tried to find that download section in my S21, and it's so buried in the hardware. I can't find it quickly. Okay, so let's get into the good news. I say that rather presumptuous, and I've only skimmed through this, but Limassol, Cyprus, June 3rd, 2021. I believe that's still today. Castor Maritime Inc., NASDAQ, CTRM, Castor, or the company. A diversified global shipping company today announced its results for the 3 months ending in March 31st, 2021. How cool. So highlights of the first quarter ended March 31st, 2021. Revenues net $7 million for the first 3 months ended March 31st, as compared to $2.7 million for the 3 months that ended March 31st, 2020, or a 159% period to period increase. Okay, so now we're talking about the like creme de la creme numbers of penny stocks. That's incredible. Net income of $1.1 million for the first 3 months ended March 31st, 2021, as compared to the loss of $0.3 million, which, I mean, they're talking about $300,000. in the grand scheme of things, I have worked for businesses and I've consulted for businesses that were worth in head leveraged a lot more than $300,000. So, $300,000 really in the world of economics and in banking and investing, it's pennies. It's really insignificant. Which I gotta say, I'm really surprised that I think if more Redditors did due diligence, I think this company would have done better in the last 6 months. I might be a little biased because I day trade this heavily, but I'm impressed. I hope I'm not playing a fool's game, but I'm in and out pretty quickly, and I hope I'm out when it goes, if it ever goes bad. I don't know why. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Might be the three beers talking. Again, I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I really like Castor Maritime. I feel like some of the very short-term investors can be very negative when they sell or when they incur losses. And that is normal. That's okay. We're all upset when we lose money. Net income loss. Okay, we already read that. It's absolutely incredible. Earnings loss per common share. 2 cents earnings per share for 3 months ended March 31st. As compare a loss of 68 cents per share. Yeah, dude, that was me. I think I fronted all of that. I lost an obscene amount of money on Castor Maritime when they announced that huge share dilution. I think I was in for 72 cents. That's why I say I think I fronted most of this business expansion. But Petros, I love you, bro. Good luck. EBITDA 2.6 million for 3 months ended March 31st, 2021, as compared to, again, these numbers are just quadrupling or 100xing at every corner. But again, this is a business that has come out of the shadows of, somebody that's very familiar with the shipping industry. His whole family is in the shipping industry. Absolutely incredible. Since the beginning of the year, Castor announced the acquisition of 20 vessels across the dry bulk and tanker segment, consisting of 1 Capesize, 7 Kamsarmax, and 4 Panamax dry bulk carriers, as well as 1 Aframax, 5 Aframax LR2 and MR1 tankers as of June 2nd, 2021. I'm going to pause right there. Part of my research into the dry shipping sector is what all these vessels mean. So these vessels are designed to be the maximum size that are allowed through certain canals and waterways. And that's why they have these names: Panamax, Caramax, Afromax. It all represents a canal that they are allowed to go through at their maximum size. Now, some of these, I imagine, might go through some bigger waterways than they're proportioned for, but they can at least go through the ones that they're titled for. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so this is really important to the dry bulk shipping sector. On a fully delivered basis, Castor will own a diversified fleet of 26 vessels with an aggregate capacity of 2.2 million DWT. So DWT is dead weight tonnage. Dead weight tonnage is the accumulation of your cargo, your crew, your fresh water, your ballast water, your food, your water, provisions, emergency supplies, life rafts. It is your sailing weight, which can be a little deceiving if you have older vessels, but more on that in the dry shipping segment if all of my research gets to video. It's so much to explain. Yeah, so having quadrupled its fleet since December 31st, 2020, throughout this year, 2021, as a day trader that has been following CTRM and trying to make money on it, it's been hard. It's been challenging. I've actually lost a lot of money on CTRM recently, but I made a lot of money on CTRM and I fed my family. And I got to be honest, Robinhood is a phenomenal tool for the middle class. I am not a rich person. I'm middle class. I'm just I do well, but I don't do great. My wife is a professor for a university. What Robinhood does, I sound like I have an accent because I'm whispering. It's so weird. At least I'm gonna say that. It might be the beers, but ignore that. Um, Holy shit, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, so yes, I'm so sorry. I had to reread that. So Castor Maritime has been buying vessels throughout the last like 3 or 4 months, nonstop. The stock price will, okay, originally it would kind of skyrocket when Castor would announce vessels, and then it would quickly come back down. So what I learned to do was to just buy stock in Castor when I had extra money because I like the company. I'm going to keep owning shares. I did sell my shares off of Robinhood. I think I missaid 36, but I think it was actually 360. I mean, I'll just show you my Robinhood. I don't care. I'm not a flexing YouTuber. That's not my goal. Um, so so yeah, like I've been going through the whole Castor thing with buying lots of ships and making those announcements. At first, it really impacted the stock price. It stopped impacting the stock price after he diluted the shares for like 60 cents a share, which was not horrible considering he did the reverse split at about 36 cents and he sold those shares for 60 cents. That was a good move. It was a bad move because when he did that, all of the Reddit investors sold and went somewhere else. They went to AMC primarily. Um, so he kind of shot himself in the foot. He lost the Reddit investors, but maybe he couldn't have gotten 60 cents a share from the institutional investor without all the Redditors. So maybe it worked out. Okay. So another thing I got through and I lived through, which was really cool with Castor, was the 1 for 10 reverse split. Again, I had like 3,600 shares, and I think I wound up with 360. It worked out. I got my money out of it, and now I'm going to put it back in when I see the right opportunity. In my other video, I kind of get really excited about this right here. I exclaim that if you are a hardcore Castor Maritime diehard fanboy, this is the voice of God. This is what you've been waiting for. Mr. Petros Patagonius, Chief Executive Officer of Castor, commented, the first 5 months of 2021 was transformational period for our company as we were able to raise $250 $52 million of equity and $33 million of debt and grow our fleet from 6 vessels. I want to point out the fleet started with the Magic P in 2017 and 18. Anyways, bit of lore. As of the end of 2020, to 26 vessels on a fully delivered basis, and once we complete our announced acquisitions. Acquisitions do take time. These vessels are very big. They're pretty light when they're not full of stuff, but they still take time to get from one place to another because they're very big. And then you got to refuel them. You got to check them for repairs. You got to staff them, and then you got to fill them, and then you got to get them going again. So, it does take a few months for vessel acquisitions to actually take place, which is why the shipping industry announces successful acquisition and transferring of vessels. Because it's important. It shows that vessel is now seaworthy and will be making money. So anyways, let's get on from the voice of God, which I'm super excited about. One thing that I've noticed on Reddit is people really bagging on Petros Pagontius. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to do it better. Panagotius. I'm not doing that in light. Pagagontius. I'll look it up. I really want to do better. Guy's got a tough name, so I call him Petros. Oh man, more good news. So, as we really get into these filings, you really get a bigger sense of what's going on in the company. So management fees have gone down significant. I'm trying to find, yep, there it is. Management fees in the first quarter of 2021 amounted to 700 grand, whereas in the primary, let's call it 800 grand. Whereas in the primary period of 2020, our management fees accounted to $100,000. This increase in management fee is primarily due to the sizable increase of our fleet. Of course, your fleet has quadrupled, so that absolutely makes sense. Resulting in a substantial increase in our incremental ownership days, of which our managers charge us the daily management fee. Oh, God. Okay, this is really important business news, actually. Management fees in the first quarter of 2021 amounted to $774,000, whereas the same period in 2020, management fees totaled $136,500. This increase in management fees is primarily due to the sizable increase in our fleet, resulting in substantial increase in our incremental that's the beer. Incremental ownership days, for which our management charges us with a daily management fee following the acquisitions above. I've been here. So I've been here where you've got contracts with people and the business environment starts changing very quickly. And all of a sudden you're looking at a contract that you agreed to and you're being taken advantage of. It's like if the client had stayed with only 4 ships, I could manage this account and I could do the 15 others. But now the guy's got 26 ships. This needs, 2, 3, 4 full-time employees to manage. The fees are going to go up substantially. Speaking from a consultant's point of view, again, no experience in the maritime industry. I do have some friends in the maritime industry, which might be the source of another video. Again, they're laying out these management fees, which I want to point out are going to his family members, but they're not outrageous. $600 a day per vessel, 26 vessels, about 12 grand a day to manage a fleet of vessels. That's not bad. You know, I live in a harbor community. And again, I have friends in the maritime industry. I have a friend trying to become a harbor master. And I wonder, it's like, is this something I can do as a one man show? You know, it's like I've got friends. I don't have millions of dollars. But you can see, look at, they'll show you when the boats were built, how much they paid for them, when they're expected in delivery. It's absolutely familiar. This is true due diligence. Read the SEC. The more I read of Petros's SEC filings, the more I like him. In his early SEC filings, he's very straightforward. I mean, once you get to page like 20 and you get past all the legal jargon, it's very straightforward. Anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for Q1 for Castor Maritime. Just a quick read through. Quick meaning 20 minutes, but you know, that's YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've got a video coming probably tomorrow or the day after about the dry shipping industry. We're going to be talking about Castor Maritime's tops shipping and synergy. All the big players in the penny stock dry shipping segment. I'm in love with all of them. I'm a nerd. I love shipping. I love logistics. Um, I learned a new term today, and it's dead weight tonnage. And it is the accumulated weight of the crew, the cargo, weight, water weight, freshwater weight, ballast weight, fuel weight, food weight, and like all accommodations weight. So it's essentially shipping weight. And then I wonder, in these older vessels, does this mean you have less cargo weight? So, more things to explore in the dry shipping segment. I'm sorry for the weird accent. I'm trying to be quiet while being like very personable. And I've also had 3 beers. So, I apologize for that, but I want to get more videos out. I just absolutely love the people that watch my videos. And yeah, let me know in the comments if I should do anything better, or if you have any opinions about the Castor Maritime or dry bulk shipping segment. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, have a good night.